what is GitHub? Mainly there are three types of accounts: the personal accounts, the organizational accounts, and the enterprise accounts. It will generate randomized Octocats for yourselves. Hello fellow testers, welcome back to Kiwi Bro, your favorite YouTube channel, and today I'm back with another video. So if you get some time to watch our last video, we started discussing about JIT, and I mentioned that our next video, so today's video will be about GitHub. So before going to start like GitHub, I think it's better to get the idea like what GitHub is, because now you know what JIT is. JIT was a version control system, a distributed version control system. And then now what is GitHub? Whether is it similar to JIT or something else? So what is GitHub? So our video on today is about GitHub. So we can discuss about the difference between JIT and GitHub. So we can get the introduction part related to GitHub, and then we can see how we can create an account, and then how we can do the basic stuff on GitHub. And this will be like the part 1, the video 1 for the GitHub part, and there will be a couple of other videos as well, because GitHub is a vast area. There are a lot of features we need to discuss, so I will do a couple of videos to cover all these features related to GitHub. So let's recall our memory from last week. I mentioned that JIT was a distributed version control system which we used to manage our code base or the documentation likewise. And in the architecture, the distributed architecture, if you can remember, there will be a server where it will keep the version database, and locally also we will keep a separate copy. And also you saw how we created the JIT and how we did the installation locally, and then we set our username as the configuration, and then we proceed with our sharing our code or with the versioning part. So there you may have some questions related to like, okay, so though I mentioned like it was distributed, then how can you check on the server? What we saw only the local installation of JIT, and then we had the code base locally, and then we commit those changes. Likewise we worked but locally again. Then how can you see the changes on the server side? And also if you can remember, like we didn't create any account or anything, like just we gave a username and we used one of our available emails, and then we set our configurations locally, and then when we did a commit or anything, then it will use that the globally configured username and the email address. So and anybody else also can use that same, right? So like since I shared the video, so there I shared like my username, the username which I used, and the email. So anyone else also can use the same email and the username, and then someone else can also pretend to be me. So there was no user management or anything. So like they are like similar. There are some other the limitations of using JIT. So on the other hand, when we talk about GitHub also we can say it's again a VCS, but JIT VCS was version control system, but on the GitHub VCS stands for version control service. So you can see the difference: JIT version control system, GitHub version control service. The difference at the last word, system and the service. So GitHub is allowing you to create that remote repositories. So it is actually hosting these remote repositories. GitHub is a centralized. You can use JIT without GitHub. So you saw how you can do that, because last week we discussed like almost all the commands on JIT, how you can use JIT for your code management. So we didn't discuss anything related to GitHub, but still using pure JIT you can use it for your code management and version controlling. But on the other hand, like the GitHub service actually, so the name also says version control service. The GitHub service is created on top of JIT to allow users to give more freedom or the flexibility on while using the JIT. So that is the difference between JIT and the GitHub, the main difference. I hope you guys got the idea. GitHub is a platform created to host these remote repositories. So then you can easily work with Git and GitHub integratedly. So using Git, you can do all this local stuff. And when you commit your changes and push those things, you can link that to the GitHub remote repository. So all your changes will be updated at the GitHub site at their remote repository. So now the multiple developers can work collaboratively, remotely, using this GitHub remote repository. I hope that part is clear. So if you can remember, I skipped a couple of commands like git clone, git pull, git push. I mentioned that I will discuss those things with the GitHub. I hope now you can understand why. Because now we have this GitHub remote repository. Git is at local, so we can push those changes to GitHub remote repository. Similarly, we can pull changes from the GitHub remote repository. So the cloning means when we create this GitHub remote repository, we can clone that and we can have the copy at locally. We can have the copy locally, the repository locally. So GitHub hosts the remote repository and we take the copy and we have it locally. We can get that using this git clone command. So git clone, git pull, push, that's how it works with the GitHub. So now I hope those things are clear. And here I have listed like a couple of major differences between the Git and GitHub to give you more idea about the difference between Git and GitHub. So as I mentioned, Git is a software. So last week we saw like how to install it locally. And on the other hand, GitHub is a service. So it's a SaaS. It provides services on web. So Git installed locally, and on the other hand, GitHub is hosted on the web. We can use the provided features. And also Git is maintained by Linux. GitHub bought by Microsoft, and currently it's maintained by the Microsoft. And GitHub is used for version control and the code sharing, as we discussed, the version control system. On the other hand, GitHub is a centralized code hosting for Git repos. So I hope it's clear. And other than that, there are so many other features as well. Simply you can use GitHub for coding. Yeah, it has a online IDE as well. And also you can host websites. Don't worry, I will discuss all about these features in other future videos. Yeah, so you can host websites. And also if you want to have a development environment, so yeah, GitHub will provide that too. So as I mentioned, the IDE is also there. Other than that, the CI/CD capability is also now available with GitHub. Other than that, for documentation and the project management, yeah, also the project management also you can do via GitHub, and also the bug management, everything you can achieve via GitHub now. So all these other features, yeah, mainly the built-in user management capabilities also available via GitHub. So Git, you remember that we didn't have a user management functionality, but now with GitHub, we can secure your Git codes. So Git is free, but on the other hand, GitHub, it's not, okay, we can't say it's not free because the personal accounts are free, but there are some capabilities will be limited, and there are other different licensing types. So I will discuss about those things as well. So in that case, it's having different license types. And also for Git, mainly we use the Git CLI, the client tool. Other than that, it has a Git GUI, a simple GUI application to handle your Git commands. GitHub, so however it's hosted on the web, but other than that, it will have a GitHub desktop application and also a mobile application as well. So these are like the main differences between the Git versus the GitHub. Now I hope you understand the main differences between Git and GitHub, and you have the clear idea what GitHub is. So yeah, since now we have discussed about the differences, now let's go and see how you can proceed with GitHub. So you can access the GitHub via the github.com URL, and so this is the landing page. Here you can see there are different options like the sign in, sign up options are there, and also if you check the more information, like you can see they have documentation. So yeah, this documentation is very useful. It has like almost all the information, and also they have a blog. And other than that, under resources, you will see they have a learning pathway, because now they have these GitHub exams from 2024 January. They introduced some exams, 3 exams currently, starting from the GitHub Foundation level. So yeah, at the end of this playlist, I will do a video related to these exams as well. So for that exams, there is a learning pathway, and likewise, there are some other resources as well. And also, you can see the pricing information too. So yeah, however, now let's see like how we can create your account. So from the sign up page, you can sign up for your first GitHub account. So yeah, you can enter email. So yeah, before that, I need to mention about the available options for you to sign up. So yeah, maybe at the pricing page, we can go and discuss more. So if you come to the pricing page, here you can see there are different options, like the free account is there. So it's $0. And then there is option called the team. And then the enterprise option is also there. And based on the type of license, the available features and the capabilities will vary. And so other than that, you can buy these additional add-ons. So for example, like you can go with the free account, and based on your need, later you can buy these additional add-ons. So yeah, so if you check the free opens, the free one, the free account, so this is like the most of us using currently for the individual purposes, and also for organizations also you can go with this free account. So yeah, so now here we can see like mainly there are 3 types of accounts: the personal accounts, the organization accounts, and the enterprise accounts. So the personal accounts, as you already all know, what all of us use for our personal use cases. And other than that, we have the organization account type. So what is an organization? So I will discuss more this when we create the account, but here I will give some basic idea. Okay, for example, if you have an organization for your company, you can create an organization account. But the organization account, there are no like nobody can log in as organization account. So what you need, even though if you are in organization, you need to have a personal account. You can register or you can create an organization. Let's say it's actually kind of a group. Then you can assign people or the personal accounts to this organization for the management purposes. So then it will be easy to manage. I hope you get the idea. So you have the organization, but it's not an account or anything. Even if you are in the organization, you need to have your own individual personal account. For example, if there are 20 individuals in your organization, you need to, each of them have to have a separate individual personal account, and then there will be the organization, and then we can assign these users or the individual accounts into this organization for the management purposes. And also within the organization, you can have multiple teams. So what is this, the difference between the organization and the team? So organization is kind of the whole. Inside that, we can create multiple teams for, again, for the ease of management and the maybe the other features. Like what? For example, let's say you can create multiple teams like the back end and the front end and the quality engineering. Likewise, BEFEQE. Likewise, you can have 3 teams. Yeah, the same organization, inside the organization account, you have 3 teams. And within the team, you have these individual accounts inside. So then, why we do this? Because if you want to create a new repo, and then you need to allow all the backend engineers the access to this repo. So in that case, in your organization, if you have 20 backend engineers, if you create the repo, now you need to go and assign all these 20 backend engineers one by one. But instead, if you have created a team, and previously you have created the team called backend engineers, and then you have added all these 20 users to that team. So now once you create this repo, now you need to go and assign this team to the repo. Then it will give access to all those 20 engineers within the team. So I hope you got that point. So that is why we have a concept called teams here. So then we have the enterprise accounts. Within the enterprise accounts, you can have multiple organizations. For example, so for a large enterprise which is having multiple organizations under that, maybe a couple of subsidiaries. So in that case, the parent enterprise, you can register as enterprise account. Under that, you can create multiple organizations for all these subsidiaries or the different companies. Then for these organizations, you can have multiple teams and you can manage the users within that company. Likewise, you can manage that. So management wise, the security wise, likewise. So that's why we have these different options with different available functions and the limitations. Because like here also you can see all these the differences between these different license types are mentioned. So using a free account, you can have unlimited public or private repositories, and but you will get only 2000 CI/CD minutes per month. So this is the I mentioned that now GitHub supports this CI/CD capabilities. It is known as the GitHub Actions. So here it will allow you only 2000 minutes per month, and also 500 MB of package storage. But when you compare the team account, here you will get 3000 minutes and 2 GB of package storage. On the other hand, the enterprise account, you will get 50,000 minutes and the 50 GB of package storage. Okay, but in that case, it doesn't mean like if you need to get like 4000 minutes, if you have actually your work, then there is no need for you to go and create enterprise account if you really don't need enterprise account. So in that case, you can even go with the free account. It will allow only 2000 free minutes, but for the rest of the usage you will be billed separately. So that option is also there. So you can get the free account, so no addition, no charges only, and you can get this the free the minutes, and for your additional usage you can pay later. Likewise, those additional options, and here also the additional add-ons are there: the GitHub Copilot, the AI assistant, the code space, this is the IDE I mentioned, and the dev testing part, and then the other storage. Likewise, you can get these add-ons as well. So I hope those things are clear for you. And here you can see all these the available options. So I will later. So the enterprise account, you can start with a free trial for a limited period. So in one of our videos, I will discuss more about these enterprise accounts as well. But for the time being, I will proceed with the free account, and later we can see how we can create the organization here as well. Okay, so now let's go and sign up ourselves with a free personal account. So I will use our email. Okay, so you can see if there is no account registered, it will allow you to continue. Otherwise, it will show the error. Okay, now I need to create a password. I will create. Okay, I created a password, and then we can continue. Okay, I need to have a username, so I will use GITHUB. It's available, fortunately. Yeah, and then no, I don't need the announcements. Yeah, so let's wait till they will send a code to our email. Okay, first they're asking to solve the puzzle. Use the arrows to rotate the object to face in the direction of the hand. Okay. Okay, so I got the code, and now we can. Now account created and verified. Now you can sign in using your email and password, and here they will ask for some personalization options. So I will just skip it for the time being. Yeah. So this is the landing page, the GitHub home dashboard page, and here you will see there will be some options here. So here on the menu you can navigate. So I will talk more about each option when we on the future videos. And then here you can see the option to create a repository. So this is the remote repository which I mentioned on the GitHub, which allows you to host the remote repository, or else you can import a repository. So if you have the local GitHub created repository though, so you can simply import that here to GitHub, or you can create scratch from GitHub and then clone it for your local and then work there. Likewise, there are different options, and I will talk more about these things definitely about. And then here they will have some information. And today I will talk more about the account part. Those things later we can discuss about the other features. So here at the corner you can see this option to go to your profile. So yeah, your username, those information are there. So if you need, you can set a status. So yeah, let's say I'm working from home, I'm busy. Yeah. So clear the status in 30 minutes and then I can set the status. So now you can see. So anyone who comes to your profile, so they will see this, the status options you have set. And then if you go to your profile, so you can see the URL, the QE Bro, our username is there. And here you can see, since I haven't created any repositories, it's empty here. And here it will show you our contributions. The contributions means like all these our coding, the commits and everything. It will show like how many commits we have done. So this is like kind of a timeline, the contribution. So it will like having for each day. So like our commits and everything, like it will color these the boxes and it will show like how many commits. Likewise you can see some like small graphics here for your the contributions on GitHub. So yeah, once we do some practical things and once we do some pushes of commits, so we can see how these things, the boxes will get colored. So okay, so here the history, the time with the timeline. So I joined GitHub on 2024 July, so that is there on 8th of July. Then yeah, so that is like some information in your profile. So here you can see your status, the work from home, that status is showing here also. So anyone can visit your the profile from this particular link and then they will see this information as well. And then so yeah, here if you go to edit profile option, now you can see like what are the options you can do here. So this is like, yeah, similarly like you maintain your LinkedIn profile, the Facebook profile, likewise you can maintain your GitHub profile as well. Yeah, sometimes your GitHub profile also will be useful. You can add this to your CV as well. So anyone can come and see like your the repositories about your coding frequencies and those information also. So in that case, yeah, it's good to maintain your the GitHub profile as well. So yeah, you can give a name. So name I will add as QE Bro. So bio also you can add something, need some description about maybe about yourself or some other information. And if you need to set any pronouns, I will use he, him. And if your company location information, and if you need to display the current local time, those information, and your email, if you want to show it, you can add it here. And also if you have a website, you can add it as well. And other than that, any other social accounts like your LinkedIn account, likewise you can add this information as well. So yeah, I will save those information here, so you can see like those will be visible. Okay, I will go from my incognito window and let's try our the profile link and let's see how it will be visible. Okay, so this is how your profile like now will be visible to any outsider or any visitor. So the information you have added, they will see, and also they can follow your account as well. So once they follow, based on the settings they have set, the notifications, so they will receive emails from GitHub about your repositories, maybe created repositories. Likewise they can subscribe, so the follow in option also there. And also if they think like if they need to block or report, yeah, that option is also available. I hope no one will block or report your profiles. And yeah, so those information like will be visible here. There's nothing much. I just wanted to discuss about all these things because these things will be useful for your GitHub Foundation exams. And then yeah, and here you can change your the profile picture, and once you click on the icon, so you can see it redirected us to a settings page, the settings for the profile. So here there are few other options as well. Again, the name, the email, the bio, the pronouns, URL, and if you have OCID, you can connect your OCID as well here. So then it will allow you to add those information as well. And yeah, the other things are saved. And here if you want to make your profile private and hide, so you can mark it. So yeah, let's do that as well. And now if some visitor try to visit your account, so they will not see any information about your contributions or those information. So they will see this, the activity is private. So that option they will see, and they will not see the follow option as well, your email, those things also hidden for them. So yeah, I will not make this private. And likewise, there are some other preference updates as well. So yeah, so if you are available for hire, so you can mark that. So that's why I mentioned, so GitHub, maintaining your GitHub profile is also important. So all these the recruiters and anyone can visit your profile and see your the repositories and all those information and your coding skills. And then also if you have put this available for hire option, so maybe they will contact you by contacting you through your email shared here. So likewise there are those options as well. Yeah, so then, and your language you can set, yeah, those things also there. There is the option to update your profile picture as well. For updating the profile picture, GitHub itself provide option to create some awesome profile pictures. So if you have seen this GitHub, the logo, it is known as the Octocat. So you can build your own Octocat using GitHub's this website called the myoctocat.com. So you can go to myoctocat.com. So this is the default Octocat, the GitHub logo. So you can go to, yeah, from here you can go to get started option, and then they will allow you to customize this default Octocat and create your own version of Octocat, and then you can download it. So here you can see you can change the body colors. Likewise, there are different options. The face color you can change, then different options for the eyes. You can add some hair, right? Then you can add some mustache. Then you can dress him, right? So yeah, that is some awesome stuff are there. So also if you need, there is the randomize options. It will generate randomized Octocats for yourself. So you can use this one of the generated Octocats as well. So yeah, so you can give a try at your free time. So you can, so yeah, it's very funny. So there are some different options. So yeah, let's, for the time being, yeah, let's create one of these Octocats, and then under share you will see you can download this Octocat image. So it will download as a PNG image. Here is my Octocat. So then you can use that particular Octocat here. Okay, now it will be my new Octocat. But here, yeah, there are some bugs, I think. So here it was updated, but here it didn't updated it. Maybe late, it will take some time to update. Okay, and now if you go and check here, again my profile as a visitor. Okay, now you can see my profile got updated with new profile picture as well. So that's how you can use the My Octocat website from GitHub. And then, yeah, so that was about the public profile option. Then there is the option also to go to your personal profile again. So then it will be redirecting you back to your the page. And then the next option is the account option here under settings. So if you go to account, so yeah, here also there are option to change your username. So currently my username is KiwiBro. If you need to change it, here you can change that username as well. And also if you need to connect to a Patreon account, so you can connect it here. And also if you want to export your account data, and it says exports will be available for 7 days, so yeah, it's also there. And also if you want to add someone as your successor, so you can add a successor. So you can use one of available GitHub accounts, the usernames. So I will add my personal account here. So yeah, this is my personal account. So I can add myself as the accessor. So so now it has sent an invitation, so I can accept from there, or else I have the link, so I can share this link and then accept it from there as well. I will cancel this. Yeah, and also if you feel like you don't need your GitHub account anymore, so you can delete your account as well. I'm not going to show that because I need my GitHub account for our future videos as well. And then the appearance, they have the different themes, and the light theme and the dark theme, and also some other the color palettes as well. And also for your emojis, because at GitHub I mentioned about the documentation parts also there, and also you can add comments, your PRs, at your the pull requests I will talk. And also they will have the rich text area where you can add your text with different styles. So there also you can use these emojis too. So for emojis you can use this the skin tones, and then the tab size, the default text tab sizes, and the markdown editor, those are information. So those settings are also available under the appearance. And then if you go to the accessibility, there will be some accessibility options as well. You can use the keyboard shortcut preferences, then the motion, likewise those options are also there. So if you are a differently able person who is using GitHub, so you can use this accessibility, the guides here, and it will ease your work. And also you can set how you need to receive your notifications. So you can set the email which you need to receive your emails. You can either use the email account which you registered your account with, or else you can add a custom routing. I will keep my default email. And also if you want to automatically watch your repositories, like if you give access for other users, then if they do some changes to these repositories, if they push or likewise, then it will receive, it will send automatic notifications, so you can change those. And also automatically watch teams, I mentioned about under the organizations you can create multiple teams, so those also. And also if they use the your QVBro, now currently my username QVBro at QVBro, so then it's kind of a mentioning, similarly like you do in your social media platforms. At GitHub also now you can mention different users. So once someone else mentioned you, then uh, this will send you notification, so you can enable or disable likewise. And also you can make the other changes related to notifications. So notifications for all repositories, teams, or conversations you are watching, so whether you need to watch it on notify on the GitHub, and also whether it need to send an email. If you keep on GitHub only and if you remove email, it will not send emails, it will send the notification to your GitHub account, that's it. It won't send any email. So if you don't need to flood your email with notification emails, so it's best to remove these checkboxes. So yeah, likewise the participating and mentions custom, likewise. So here there will be the option for the notifications. So when once you have notifications, it will show here, like similarly like Facebook and other social media platforms does. Here it will show the number of count, and then you can go inside and you can see your notifications. So from GitHub/notifications, you can go and see all your notifications. So here I will create later some notifications and I will show you how notifications will be listed. Okay, for the time being, we'll keep that. And then similarly, you can set how you need to receive notifications for each these actions. Then the dependable alerts, likewise, you can set all these notification settings. So that was related to your profile and your appearance and those stuff. And then the next section related to access, your billing and the usage. Currently, I have a personal free account, but I mentioned that based on your usage, maybe you can use all these free limited 2000 actions and the 500 MB of package storage and 120 core hours of code space. But if you want to use more, yeah, you can either upgrade to another subscription plan, or else you can stay on the subscription plan and then you can pay for your usage. So here you can see the create organization option is also there. So next week I will talk about the organizations. And here also you can see the add-ons. For the free account, GitHub Copilot is not available. So in that case, if you need GitHub Copilot, the AI pair programmer option, so you need to enable GitHub Copilot from here. So you have to pay for that. And also you can download these usage options, the usage report, the finance related stuff from here. And also in GitHub, there is an option called the sponsoring. So you can start sponsoring some other users as well. So there are these free and open source repositories. The users are there also who is supporting these things. So you also can go and start sponsor or support these communities, the free and open source projects and all those stuff as well. Then the spending limits are also there, you can see. So you can add the payment methods. So have a look about this information before you do any payments. Yeah, so that is about those information. And then if you come to email part, here you can configure the primary email, my email account which I created the account. Other than that, you can create the other backup emails or the secondary email addresses as well. And also you can add the preferences here. So here you can manage your email options and then the password and authentication. So this is one of the most important parts because you can enable two-factor authentication as well. So this is what I mentioned when comparing with JIT as well. JIT didn't have user management, these options, the security, but here GitHub will add that additional layer of security to your JIT repositories as well. So in that case, your account, you have the password, but again, you can enable two-factor authentication as well. So then it will be more secure. And other than that, other than the password, there are some other options as well. You can have these pass keys, and also likewise, you can enable different options for your security purposes. So here you can enable two-factor authentication simply. So you need to scan the QR code. So you can use any of these available authenticated applications like the 1Password, OT, or the Microsoft Authenticate, or any other available authenticator application, and from that application you need to scan this QR code. So I will use the Google Authenticator application. You can free download it from your Play Store or Apple App Store, and then you can have the Google Authenticator application open, and there you will see the plus icon. Click on that, then it will open your camera to scan any QR code, and then you can scan the QR code available here. So then it will add one option to your authenticator and it will generate a key code. So now you need to enter the code from there, here, and then it will create. And then also once you are here, this will generate some recovery codes for yourself. So you need to keep these recovery codes if in case if you didn't get access to your account or if you lost access. So in that case, maybe these recovery codes also will be useful for yourself to reset your account or get access to your account back. So I will not save these things, I will cancel. And also if you need to add a passkey, instead of using your password, username password options, you can add a passkey here. So GitHub, you can use either a pin option or likewise available options you can use for more secure reasons. So yeah, and then under the sessions you can see like what are the available currently login sessions. So whether you are connected from your mobile or the web, likewise all these options will be visible under the sessions. And then also there is option to generate SSH key and the GPG key as well. Because this SSH key is also useful for you to access your account, and then because when you clone your repository to your local, then you can use the SSH to copy the repository. So in that case, you need to have the SSH keys created to link with your account. So using the new SSH key option, you can come here. You can create the SSH key at your local, and then you can copy paste your SSH keys to here. Then it will have the link between your local workspace versus the GitHub remote. So yeah, similarly GPG keys you can set. Then the organizations are there. Currently there are no organizations. You can create a new organization here. I will keep this for the next week. Next week I will discuss about the organizations, and enterprise options are also here. You can start the free trial enterprise account here, and then the moderations. You can block the users. I show you like how you can go and follow users. Similarly, there you can block and report users as well. Also from here also you can give the username. Similarly, you can give a username here, and then you can select the user, and then you can block the user. You can block it from here as well. And also interaction limits you can see. So you can limit to existing users, to prior contributor. Likewise here you can limit this based on the time period. And also you can limit the code review limits as well. So once we are in the PR, the pull requests, I will discuss about the code reviews. So yeah, so those are like the options available mainly related to the account management and the profile management part in GitHub. Then we have like the other things related to more advanced parts related to repositories, code space, those things. I will discuss these things once we are at that particular level. So when we do the videos for those categories. So I think that's it for today's video. So today we discuss about the difference between Git and GitHub, and you got the idea what GitHub is, and now you know why you need to have GitHub. And then I show you how you can create your GitHub account, and how you can do the personalization, the customization for your account. So next week we can discuss about how to create this remote repository and how you can use the skipped git commands from last video, and how you can link your local workspace with this GitHub remote repository, and we can discuss the other available features in the coming videos. So I hope you will get time to create your own personal account, GitHub account, because the next coming couple of videos, all the features which I talk about within the GitHub. So to try all these things, you must have a GitHub account. So please create your own GitHub account and get ready to dive into GitHub. So see you next week, and happy testing till that. See you.